Come along with me as I go for another hike with my camera. Even cameras need exercise, and so do I. Good morning, and thank you for joining me on another hike with my camera. Today I am visiting a small nature reserve. It's the Salem Audubon Nature Reserve. Not real large, but there are quite a few trails. Don't know what I'll see. Just got my 24-105 lens, expecting probably some smaller details, that type of thing. But there's also a chance for some wildlife. Different birds, that type of thing. So got everything just in case. So come along with me, let's go. So I've made it from parking lot down to kind of the far corner of the reserve and back up to the corner near the street. So I've got a lot of cars here, hopefully not too loud. So far nothing to really speak of as far as photo opportunities. Looking for that, maybe wrong time of year. I've been here during more of the spring, summer, and there's some flowers about. A little too early for that. It's early February. All right, as far as wildlife, I've seen a squirrel, saw some small bird, but I've heard lots of birds too. So we'll see if there's anything that makes its presence known and shoot what I can. I'm gonna get away from the street so I can eliminate this noise. Thank you. All right, so I've come upon some of these logs that have fallen or been cut depending on the various needs of the reserve here. And I like this little moss that's growing on here. Kind of neat trying to get a couple shots of that as it kind of goes along the log where it's kind of broken here. But I'm also seeing a lot of little, well, not necessarily mushrooms, but fungi of some type along here and some over here. I do not have a macro lens, unfortunately, but I'm still going to go ahead and see what I can get, and try to have a couple decent shots, maybe, or at least a shot or two. And that's one thing that, I know I kind of mentioned it before, that, it's important to take time to take shots that are not necessarily going to be the greatest shot in the world, but still a subject that appeals to you, and it gives you a chance to practice and experiment. Experimentation really is what photography is all about. You know, you don't know until you've tried it. You know, will it turn out? Will it not? Will this technique actually work? You know, so unless you get out with your camera and actually try that, you don't know. I'm actually liking how this looks on the back of the camera. Partly because of the way the lighting is here, it's a little darker than, you know, might be ideal, but able to kind of get the bright spot being the little fungi here. So I'm shooting all the way at 105 just to get the maximum magnification that I can. And I'm pretty much as close as I can get to this little fungi with this lens. Yeah, I would much rather have a macro lens, but I don't, so. And then over on another log back here, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, there's some others that, again, have a little bit of color to them, a little completely different look. And I really like how these are looking. So again, I'm gonna oh, I've got some sunlight coming out. So all of a sudden broke through. Not sure that's going to help on this particular scene here, because it's not really hitting my subject, but I always like some sunlight. You know, great verse in Genesis that says, "Let there be light," and without that, photography wouldn't be possible. So have to be thankful for every little bit we get. Oh, it actually is hitting this a little bit, so I'm gonna see. All right, now there's a bunch of other little ones here, but I'm gonna call that good for this little bit here and carry on down the trail. So let's see what else we find. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much end the video right here. As I was walking through, I did hear quite a few bird calls. And so I went ahead, took a seat here, pulled out my phone, opened up the Merlin app, which if you need an app for bird ID, I highly recommend it. Pulled up the sound ID feature and just let my phone listen for a little bit. I thought, hey, I'm gonna get lots of hits and probably half a dozen, maybe more birds. They got one. Yeah, so the black-capped chickadee is around here. I hear some over this way, I think every other way. So not as many bird species as I'd hoped that I was actually hearing, but that's okay. So like I say, I'm going to call this an end to the video. As I walk back to the parking lot, which is still a little ways that way, if I catch anything, I'm going to go ahead and you know, put those photos here at the end as well. I did check my Google Fit app. I'm using that again to kind of log my hike. So far I've gone just a little over a mile. So I will give you the full total here at the end once I get back to the car. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Help me out there. It doesn't cost you anything. And let's get some numbers up. And if you've enjoyed this video, even in the slightest, please give me that thumbs up below, like the video. Let's help other people to see it as well. Shares are also welcome. So again, thank you for watching. God bless you and take care.